It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth, then I might hop through the roof. Count on the rings, stuff. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Deep be hating and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm painting. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. Tavon Austin now from the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
That kind of kickoff return is something we call a momentum play. So if you're the offensive coordinator and you have a script of plays that you plan to run, you may change it up now because you may decide to go for some bigger strikes and try and keep the momentum going.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's the local Texas product, J.K. Dobbins. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 32 on the play. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running the jet sweep with Ridley. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it second down. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Nine-yard line, 2nd and 6. Now Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Jackson to throw. Being chased out left. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, Mills. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Pierce. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll send Beckham in motion right. They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Ravens have got it. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. Touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 36 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Now a throw here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second down, here's Pierce. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mills flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Mills again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. It got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now it's Jackson. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Wanna quit?
Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They go play action now. Jackson. This is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, 31 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0.
Ravens 17, Texans nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Mills to throw it. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
That's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They go play action with Jackson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
On second down, it's Drake. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down at 5. Play action. Now Jackson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Jackson now. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30, past midfield. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, Mills. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Looking to throw is Mills. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They'll run here with Pierce. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Once more, it's Pierce. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Dameon Pierce taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Desmond King picks it.
So the first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And that's complete to Cooks. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Mills. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins from 10 yards out. And the Texans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. So So now this to get themselves a lead here heading into the break. And that one will give them the lead here as we approach halftime. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Throwing, Mills. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Beckham will go in motion right. On 1st and 10, Mills. And he's got Jordan complete right side. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Hand off right side to Pierce. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. A nice run right there. And we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden is a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
3rd and short yardage, Mills. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now receiver in motion left. Here's Pierce. Is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Pierce. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now Mills on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Davis Mills scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And we've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field. Take away the physical element, gives you a chance.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball. A misconnection there, and he's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
To throw again is Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. A 2nd down run for Burkhead. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Pierce will try to pick it up. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. In motion, the tight end. On 4th down, and he loses the football a 2nd time. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and the Texans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. That's underneath to Pierce. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Now Mills. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd and short.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. And that's exactly what they got done.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. The offense on 3rd down tonight has converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Running for the shotgun with Dre. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They go play action now. Jackson. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Jackson. This is caught by Robinson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First and goal, a touchdown and a two-point conversion here are musts. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing third and goal. Jackson to throw. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Now they send the tight end in motion left. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
Jackson. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. And I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Eluding the pressure right. Into the hands of Beckham. And he'll be taken down as that'll net him only about a gain of 9. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And just a yard to go here on second down. Now Mills. Again, it's OBJ, back-to-back catches. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 36. And able to spike it with time remaining. And they'll have a shot at a long field goal now that could win this game. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to advance to the divisional round. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
Now one final throw incomplete. And time will run out here in the fourth quarter, and we are going to overtime. Well, plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And CD, we get to see the debut of the brand new postseason overtime rules. Now, as everybody is learning, both teams are going to be guaranteed an offensive possession. So they might get the ball first here, but a touchdown does not right away win the game.
And we saw many marker games along the way that sparked a lot of conversation. But the Buffalo-Kansas City game in the 2022 playoffs, that really brought about this rule change. What an amazing game, a true classic. Ended in overtime without Buffalo getting a shot with the football, and the people didn't like that at all. So starting this season, if you make the playoff, you'll get a chance to answer if the other team scores first, and that way you get...
Oh, and it's intercepted! Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Light skin, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm balling like a vet.
Yeah. Sound like some superheroes. Some black superheroes. Oh, yeah. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
You need a bro like me. Military mind stated, and I keep in a degree. You can label me a Huey P. Made a martyr out of Martin, out of Malcolm, out of Mega. I refuse to let these dirty devils make Michael a beggar. A hero CEO, I will go Magneto for my people. Give me liberty or death, that is my credo, not my ego. Dressed in a tuxedo, into party, alter ego. Killed your leader in gazebo, did it for the people. Love what motivated, I did not do it for hatred. But I truly hate the devil, I cannot debate or fake it. I was asked a question and the asker thought it hard. If I was facing death and I could ask one thing of God, I would ask for every to be free here and abroad. And to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God. And to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God.
Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Our own kind took nip from us. Money still reading, God we trust. Truthfully we envy, so why we so envious? And why our own kind envy us? Pac said it's hard, but we gotta keep our head up. Going even though we know we fed up. It's hell attention, cause we ain't careful where we all pay attention. I need all my real soldiers on the front line, fighting for the right just one time. So unstoppable together at the same time, with the same mind. Yeah, we're gonna be high and always above what's beneath us. So every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
I'm talking bulletproof kind of suit, reflect the struggle that they put us through. With the strength to fight the power like Chuck D do. With the insight to be equal. Note the sky needed a voice that finds reason to multiply people in the streets for the cause. Marching on Washington miners will be walking through walls. Type of superhero show up when ain't no one to call. That'll shield you from them shields that been killing us all. High beams for eyes to peek the villains in the dark. Power of resolution for a war would even start. The knowledge to build and grow where they live and take care of the kids and the older folk. The queen cause they need it most. Politics with the kings about economic growth. Cure PTSD cause mental health ain't a joke. Feed the hungry and dope. Everyone would know everywhere we go.
Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. It's gonna take one of us to save us. It's gonna take love and a lot of trust. We just got to get that faith and know that. Because you got mine, I got your back, I know. It's gonna take one of us to save us. It's gonna take love and a lot of trust. We just got to get that faith and know that. Because you got mine, I got your back, I know. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded All your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a Renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature.